Here we are starting our fourth. Oh, it's going into red. Sorry, y'all. Our fourth Monday. This is number 4. I finally made a whole month nearly of streams. I didn't think I'd actually do it, but I did it. I never actually did a schedule before. I'll see about the other show later. We'll take one at a time. Let me get on my phone so I can monitor. And I do see, but I'm going to do a switch just to make sure it is working. I'm still setting up. I was late. I've added a new soap opera to the mix. It's the hills or something, whatever it's called, the gate through the gates. That's it, the gates. And I didn't get them all did this weekend, so I had one left. I thought I wasn't going to make it in time, but I did end up making it in time for noon. I watched it with breakfast. Found some Twitch friendly music for the background. Might turn it down some more. Hold on. There we go. Cast some Twitch at friendly music. Oops. About to mute my phone. Okay, I'll get into the game here in 10 minutes. I'm not sure I like the Twitch friendly music. I may do without that. Let's see if we can find something else. Sounds like Nintendo or something. I can't use these channels because even though they're marked, I've gotten strikes with them. I like their music. That was only 50 minutes. We'll do it without the music. I'll play it safe. Because we're on Twitch. Okay, we'll be ready to start here in just a bit. Five-minute counter has started. Give me just a second. And welcome to another live edition of the fourth Monday in a row. I'll be ready here in just a bit. Give me just a second. And we will be starting real soon. And we're finally in. Invite only because I don't want no griefing. No griefing. I was going to put some music on, but I just didn't like that childish sound of the music I could find. Hold on just a minute. I'm going to fix my screen up son. I'll add something to my screen. So we're going to go back to the starting soon, just for a split second. Make it a little faster. Give me just a minute. I'm dealing with the scroll at the bottom. Let's see, should we go the other direction? Hope it ain't too fast now. Make sure it don't give me a headache. Pull it full screen. Okay, that's okay. Okay, I got the name of the show down at the scrolling at the bottom. Since we are officially weekly now. Done it for 4 in a row. Okay, I'm ready. I am ready. Let's get back over to the screen. Let's see what shenanigans we can have her do today. We are only on Twitch today. Only on Twitch. Last week I did it on Rumble too. I decided today to do it only on Twitch. Whoa, we're building up some life there. What card do I want to take today? We'll go to the casino. What sun is bright today? I think I'm gonna use another flight. If I get to the casino, well, we'll keep this one today, and I'll play with it between now and next week. I may keep it streaming there at the bottom, even when I'm gaming regularly, so people notice the show. Man, no cussing though. I'm gonna train myself to think a different way. It is a sign of weakness to be that weak. So from a manly standpoint, I'm going to retrain my brain. I was watching some guy's podcast on that this morning, last night. He was a SEAL. He trains in weightlifting and attitudes. He even interviewed that Peterson dude that was the doctor that was going up against COVID. It's a sign of weakness to cry and whine and moan about everything. So I'm going to retrain my brain. You see, the problem is I never grew up from being a child. It's time to grow up. I've been saying it since 43 or 4. And here we are. This birthday, I'll be turning 50 and still hadn't dealt with it, but we're going to deal with it. We're going to tackle this issue this year. That's going to be the difference between the old me, the me of 2025 and 2026. We're going to work on it. Now, I'm not going to say I'm going to get there, and I'm going to say it's going to be easy. I said I'm going to work on it. I'm also trying to be more professional in my streams. I think we can do the wheel. I'm pretty sure we can do the wheel. That was the chiller fight. I think I'm gonna go with another fight. She got her bonuses. We're not gambling over the bonuses. And now she's going to get a lucky spin. There we go. Let's see what she gets. Got some RP. She's ranking up. Now I want to go do some betting. But like I said, we're not going over the chips that she got as the bonus. There's some tables. She can't do those tables. I decided to try the tables today. My ears started ringing. Where are they at? Why can't I find the tables? Well, this place is a maze. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. That was a really, really loud ring in my ear. Now, if you know anything about electronic harassment, it went away when I rebuked it. I'm not saying that's what it is. That's what it sounded like to me. It didn't sound normal. Now, electronic harassment is real. They actually had a few years ago an article about somebody attacking the Congress building with it. I forgot, was it for China or Mexico or something? I forgot the details. It's been a while back. It was during Trump's first administration. Why would anybody hit me? I'm critical of these carpet mills around here because they've been doing some smuggling for years. I'm finally starting to see action from an administration after 20 plus years of blogging and talking about it. And that's all I'm going to say here because we're on Twitch. Found them. I've been very critical of these mills. The one named Mohawk was actually caught snicking them in the back of the trucks. I'm talking about their transfer trucks. You know the backs, like they would smuggle them in? I think I do have the political chat checked, so I'm not saying anything illegal here. See what I want to bet. We're not going to do the max, that's for sure. Because I want to have some to do, at least do some on the horses. I just thought I would try my luck. Try my luck at the table. Okay. Okay, we lost. We'll try 10 more. Let's go ahead and play them. The dealer won. Should we just stick with the table today instead of doing the... I think I'm going to stick with the table. Let's try the table. Okay. Let's just try a look at the table today. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're going to quit. Let's try another one. Let's try this table over here on this Monday. Okay, she betted 3 or 4. It's almost time. She got 9 bets in. Boy, she going to lose big. Let's bet 50. It's almost time. She loses this, we're going to go to the horses. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's do one more time. We're all bet one. We're all bet one this time. Yeah, let's go and do two. Let's see what happens here on this Monday. Just another manic Monday. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Written by Mr. Prince, made famous by the Bengals. 29. Okay, we quit. We're gonna go to the horses. Could do a machine first. Let's do a machine. Okay. Now I'm gonna go bet on the horses. Bet on the horses. The horses here on this Monday. I believe it's the fourth Monday in the Raw. I'm pretty sure it's four. Pretty sure it's number four. And Pody Shorts number four. Yeah, run past it. Okay. Let's be careful. There it is. Now she's gonna bet on horses. At least that schmuck ain't in there here. Let's go big. I'm gonna bet on this one, and the payout is 2,700 if it wins. I didn't see what name it was. It's like Evans is gonna get it. Oh yeah, it was 1 in 26. His last. Snatch that mama. Smash that mama. Let's go over here in this vein one here. I'm gonna go with the biggest, smallest. Nine more. Nine. Oh, by the way, I found out another feature Trump has added. He's adding their faces on the line when he arrests them. Boy, he really is trolling the people that supported illegal aliens for all these years. And don't you know they're having hissy fits? They're putting their pictures outside the White House. Trolling them people, y'all. Got a new action figure. She's a 12-incher. She is Harley Quinn. The she's not a Barbie doll. She's just a regular. She's a light plastic Barbie, but no hair, just plastic hair. She's a Batman figure. I'll show her when I get you. Kind of reminds me of Christine with colored hair. Her face looks just like her. Even her skin tone. I'm noticing her right now. I got her right beside her here. She looks like Christine with long red hair and the skin color's even right. Yeah, her skin color matches her. I'll show her when I got a camera. I don't have the camera today. I might be on a little later today after I go off. I probably won't be on as long today because I gotta get my shower. I took it late the other night. I was gonna take it late last night, and I slept, so I didn't get it, and I just didn't feel like in the AM hour. So I thought, well, I'll do it after the stream. So I'm gonna take my shower here after the stream. That's normal time, by the way. Of course, I don't know if it'll be exactly 3. I don't think I'll hold out that long. If you know me, you know I can't stand the going without a shower. I'm not a nasty person. I have to have my regular bath though. I can't stand going even over a day. Some people filthy. They won't take baths 2 or 3 days. That's not me. If I've ever been that way, it's because I've been sick. Now, when I was a kid, it used to be crazy. I didn't want to quit playing or watching cartoons long enough to not take a bath. But my mom had always made me, thank the Lord. And I'm glad she was that way because I got good hygiene. Some people you can tell. I mean, even Liv Morgan was commenting on that. Some of them WWE fans stink. It's the same at the independents, y'all. Some of them independent people need to wash their butts. It's the same on the independent circuit as it is on the WWE. You smell them stinking fans. Some people are just lazy or too nasty. And then some people, my mama knew some guy that was too cheap. Like he made his whole family wash in the same bathwater. Ugh. Because a freaker was too cheap. Was it his wife? Can't remember if it was his wife or him. I'll ask her. It was one of them. One of them was too cheap to pay the water bill. And they'd make the whole entire family bathe in the same water. I don't worry about the water bill. I take my bath, y'all. Fuck the what? Freak the water bill. I called it. Okay, here we go. She's 9-1, wasn't she? Didn't she choose 9-1? Let's go 9-1. 9-1. Let's go. I know, not a pleasant talk to have on a Monday, but I'm just telling y'all. I can't stand it if I go without my baths. That's one thing you're gonna get with apfns. He's always gonna be clean. That don't mean he won't smell, because I could sweat. It's possible. But you can know I got my bath. Number 6 is coming in, it looks like. Where's 9? Oh, I don't remember what number it was. It was 9-1. I should have looked at the number. I guess I'll be surprised if I win. Because I don't remember what number it was. We lost. That's okay. It's fine. It's the chips that come with it. It's just less I get the cash. Hippie crack. I would love to win one of those bigger bets, though, because just look at their bets on them. What I'm going to do is, let's go with 7-1. No, 6-1. Square to go. And our payout will be 700 if we were to win. I'm just getting more cautious. 7-1, 7-1, 7-1, and it was a 6-1. I think I took 6-1. I think it's the last. Should have bet it on 3-1. Getting howdy. Getting howdy, shouty. Okay, we're going to be cautious this time. Even though the payout's not as big. I don't know. They ain't none even. Let's just go ahead and go for the big one here. Feed the Trizzos. Come on, Trizzos. And I see the number 4. Number 4, 30-1. Number 4, 30-1. Come on, number 4. Come on, number 4. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it, baby. Let's get the big payout. It's up there right now, but it don't matter what it's up there now or not. It matters whether it's the end or not. And that 14-1's coming up. 4-1's down in the bottom again. 4-1's the last. Come on, 4-1. Come on, 4-1. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. It's not going to do it. Did it do it? No, we didn't do it. Number 2. I'm going to walk away with the 420. 420 is better than nothing at all. We'll get her some money some other way. We'll let her take a cabbie I think I'll do the pizza today because I did the cabbie over the weekend. So I think we're going to do the pizza. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make her do the pizza through the week. That's our week job, and our weekend job is going to be going to be the taxi cab. Weekend. So the weekend's going to be our taxi cab job. And then the weekday's going to be pizza. Let's see what else we can do before we do the pizza. Oh, well, I'll go and take her pizza game. Her pizza job, and then we will see what else shenanigans we can do. We might do some races. I might even try some missions, even though I failed at those. I failed a mission, Joe. I'm not good at the missions. I suck at them. Sorry about nighttime in Santros. Where'd she park? Where's that Sarah? There's that Sarah Lee. Oh, I ain't had no sound on. Sorry, y'all. Y'all just been hearing me. There's been no sound. Sorry, I guess I got distracted. I know what I did. I fixed that scroll bar. I'm gonna go over and get her pizza job. Then we'll take some. After we deliver the pizzas, we'll do some other kind of mission.
If it's nice tomorrow, I make a jogging. Gotta work on my body. Can't be all brains, right?
Oh, Sarah Lee. She kind of got her out again.
Oh,
on this manic Monday. It ain't really manic to me. I've never really, because I never did have a day job. Mondays is just like every other day to me.
Suji gave me some extra breast milk from her pump, but Dara drank it by mistake. God, whatever.
I'm not picking at you people to have jobs. I'm just saying it didn't ever mean nothing to me. I wanted a job, by the way. I wanted my job to be music, but even if it hadn't have been my music, it would have been my weekend job. I'd have been a weekend warrior. Bum 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 bum. You know, I played that the other day. Bum 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 bum. You see, I would have took a job if I couldn't have made it in music. I would have done it as a side gig, booked myself every once in a while, sold my CDs if I could have sold them. If in today's world, you just have to pump it out there on the sites. Nobody wants to. Most people don't want to buy music today. Now that's not the that's not if you do it right and you got the right kind of sound, you can actually sell. So I'm not knocking that 100%. I'm saying it's not the model anymore. That's what I would. It wouldn't have mattered to me where I've been a big old rock and roll star. I didn't care about none of that. I don't care what. I don't try to impress people.
Dude. Santissima Madre! I'm a professional ass kicker.
I do the rock. I do the music for me. Basically, I do the gaming and everything for me. I just decided since I'm doing it, I might as well share it with the world. Everybody else does.
Really go for a latte right now. Fine.
Man, it's a part of my life. Although I've figured out, I'm starting to figure out I'm getting where I'm wanting to share less and less. Because not everybody's your friends. There's a lot of people that don't want to see you make it. That's true, by the way. There's old videos out there
Hey, get
saying
away from me!
otherwise.
I'm really trying to get in touch.
They're either ignorant or willfully ignorant, or they're some of the ones that's taking advantage of people. And they're trying to talk that down. They're trying to get you to put your guard down.
Film that shit.
There's a lot of people out there that don't have your best interests at heart. So you're better off to tell them as less as possible. And I'm still having to struggle with that because I've always been an open book. I've always told people the truth. Even about me, even if it's an ugly truth. Like my foul mouth, etc. My problems. But I'm gonna quit doing that. Because there's a lot of people out there that want to see you suffer. They get pleasure out there. Indeed, it makes them mad. It makes them grit their teeth if you're getting a little bit of happiness. I didn't ever think people could be, because I'm not like that, y'all. Now, I'm going to tell you, if I had a really bad enemy, I might get some little bit of, but you know, I try not to go. Indeed, I rebuke that thing because it's not right. Even Jesus don't want you to be that way. It's not right. There's people that are like that they're literally sitting back wanting you to fail. They want to see you fail. They watch you just to see you fail. And I've learned that's been the hardest pill to swallow about people, but at the same time, I shouldn't be shocked because I learned what people was when I was a kid. People would be friends that weren't really friends. And that's not the whole thing. I had a few friends. Like one of my friends at school was talking about that there. I remembered some of the people that were my friends. One of them passed away. He was a real friend. I met him in kindergarten. Where'd it go? Oh yeah, I didn't park the motorcycle. So that's taking my time out. It's so silly, man. What the hell does it matter where you park the damn motorcycle? See, I'm just not an evil-willed person. I don't have will and bad intent for people. You're not supposed to. God wants goodwill towards men. Only have problems with those you have to have problems with. And you want to try to come. I'm not bad at that. I'm bad at that. Like if an enemy, I'll give them the show. They want a shit show. I'll give them a shit show. But I really should change that for the sake of growing up, the sake of being a man, and being a Christian, being what Jesus commanded you to do. Because if you're really His, it grieves you when you're not in will with Him. A fake won't care about it. The fake's just hanging around Jesus because they want brownie points in the public.
You're insane.
But a real person that has Jesus wants to be in His will. I've never been good at pretending, by the way. Never been good at a pretender. I don't want to be a pretender. I've never been good at it. I've always failed at it. I couldn't pretend if I wanted to. I can't even pretend to like people that that I don't like. So at least one thing when you tune into me, you are getting the real me. You're not getting some phony. Because I can't. I don't know how to pretend. Okay, let's see. Now we just gotta see it. I don't have my lights off, I unplugged it because it stayed on 2 days. So I don't have the lamps on and I don't have the lights on. I can see these better when I have the lights on. So across the street? Oh, something's hurting my ear. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. See if it's up the steps. Not up those steps. Where is it? I'm parked on it. See, my cold pizza's getting cold, and I was at 3. They put these doors in the craziest places. Ain't here. Well, let me just get off this one. I'm going to go find another one, I guess. If I can't find it.
Seriously?
You got in my way. So across the street. Got these orange street lights. I see them better when I got the lights off. I've noticed that. So I've got an overhead light shining right down on me. So let's go get this one for now. Oh, it's right here with the. I'm gonna get off of it. I said it was down in here. I'm not doing good finding them at all today. Anywhere in here? Well, they're gonna get cold on me, that's for sure. Always old NPCs in your way when you're trying to deliver pizzas.
No way.
I'm not seeing them.
Can't wait to have that drink
They're
next to you.
practically in the area, and I can't see them. Normally, I run right into them. Just drive slowly. Is that one of them? Nothing here. Starting to pull its stuff. Oh, let me. Evil woman! Bam, 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 bam. Evil woman! Evil woman! Evil woman!
Fuck!
Evil woman! I don't think she's going to make these deliveries today.
Shit. You got
I don't think she's going to make them. We'll go get this one out this way. See if I have better luck in this part of town. You're an evil woman! Okay, we're coming up on it. I don't mean I'm going to be able to see it. Let's get slower. I do see this one. There's a lot of orange overcast on those streets over there, though. That was my biggest problem. Unfortunately, that part of the town has really, really strong orange light cast. Now, unfortunately, I probably got to go back and try to get them. At least two of them.
Eat it, asshole!
Eat it! Eat it! Open up your mouth and eat it! You're an evil woman. Sorrow.
Shit! Oh my lord!
It was. Loud, it comes out to this place, though. Tick tock, ticking away. The time is 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 tick tock, ticking away. Okay, hold on. It's already starting that stuff. Let me. Hey, some of these NPCs are crazy. They scream for no reason.
Oh, las cosas van bien por aquí. ¿Y tú cómo estás? Me alegro mucho oír eso. Pronto tendré suficiente dinero para...
Why am I having trouble finding these places in this area?
I got lunch at Miami's. I'm doing a cleanse. I totally have to.
Right here. There it is. Number 4. It's been miserable today. I don't know if we'll get a 5th one. We'll find out. Some pizzas are real cold. There's a 5th one around the corners, around the bend. Good. So this CCI. Anybody who knows Nirvana history, if you bought the box set, you realize that CCR was a big part of Nirvana. I guess how Kurt started. He started out playing CCR tunes. You know, I noticed it. I had bought my mother. My mother was a big fan of theirs. I bought her these 2 cassettes for Christmas. And I got to listening to those cassettes. And I told my mama, I said, this was years before that box set come out. I said, I don't know whether Nirvana played them or not or whatever, but I can hear them in their backbone. Well, sure enough, years later, 2004, they put out that box set. And there it is in the box set. He started out playing CCR covers. I put a spell on you, lost your mind. I put a spell on you, loud. Marilyn Manson has one too.
What's going on?
I'm gonna tell you, out of all the versions, I like the CCR the best. CCR is my favorite one. Where is this pizza? I have searched endlessly for this pizza. I have drove around in circles looking for this freaking pizza. Is there any more?
Ass muncher?
It's already pulling its junk.
Morgan Chester's a funny motherfucker.
Whatevs.
Christ!
Get out of my way!
Mi hijo. ¡Ojo! Es verdad. ¡Qué baboso eres!
Okay, let's look over here.
Sup, come see my band next week. Precious metal detector.
Is it up here? There it is. She got it. She finally got it. After all that time of trying to find that thing. Now we go get Sarah Lee.
Wow! Watch it! Holy crap!
Let's see where that band's at. Is that up there with the gun? Is that it?
Don't be this creepy person. You're better than that. I don't know if I can take it. Hey, nice car.
Pulling that wobbly crap.
Great car. Hey,
There's the other pizza shop. I see it. We're passing it. I'm just going to have to get her off his bike.
what do you mean you can't feel your leg?
Okay, hold on. Let's stand for a second. I didn't want to go here. That damn truck calls me to do it. Okay, I think we're going out by the closer to the eclipse now. If I'm right. If I'm right. Yeah, there's the eclipse.
Waster!
Wankster. This weekend I did something different. I listened to the trance and dance channels. I tell you, I'm always looking for something new to listen to. No, that didn't play. That normally plays if you're listening to the 80s. I get tired of listening to the same old stuff. I went to bed with the poppy version of the Christian music. A lot of times I listen to Way Loud, but every once in a while I give Way Loud a break and just listen to the regular. Okay, we made it back. There's old Sarah Lee.
I'm really not in the mood for this.
Oh, damn. Damn. Okay, no cussing. I gotta train myself. Not if I ever want to train myself in the real world, I'm gonna train myself in the video games. These NPCs. These NPCs. NPCs. Damn it, NPC. NPCs. Okay. Let's see. I'm tired, man. Come on. Ooh, fatty and blue jeans. A fatty and blue jeans. I'm all done the fatty and blue jeans. I'm gonna go ahead and change her clothes. Take a bath, and I'll see what else we want to do for the second half. Maybe Jane. I call it the Dave Mustangs, Mary Jane. Dave Mustang been teasing his album lately. He says it's gonna be more like the old days. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. Even if it's not, I won't give him hell on it. Because I thought the last two records were good. Ah man, I hit the wrong button. We'll put her back in, so I was gonna sing. Let me find a song. Okay, let's see. Let's make sure I hit the right button. What are you button you hit the same? Oh, yeah, I know. Gotta turn the menu to mic on these. You're welcome to the sanctuary sect of worship. Feel at home in our black constables as we emphasize all those who oppose us. Don't summon the devil. Don't call the priest. If you need the strength, the conjuring. Obey. Don't summon the devil. Don't call the priest. If you need the strength, the conjuring. This album was released September the 25th, 1986. That means I heard of him back when the album was coming out because it was around 86 and 87 when I seen him on that Night Tracks. As y'all know, I heard of Dave Mustaine long before I ever met Metallica. Now, Metallica was a t-shirt. I seen all those t-shirts at school, but I had never actually heard a song by Metallica until 1998, 99, 1989, that's it, 89. And that was when they released One as a video. So I actually got to hear Dave Mustaine before I ever heard Metallica. And Dave Mustaine is my favorite of the two. Now, I like Metallica just as well. Now, my favorite album from Metallica, or second, should I say, Ride the Lightning was high up there, and Justice. But now, my favorite was a least favorite of most people. I love St. Anchor. I love that song on there, Invisible Kid. I kind of felt like the Invisible Kid in some ways. My father, he was kind of, he was there. He was present, but he worked a lot. And a lot of times when he came home and fell asleep. And I was asked one time to write a paper, and I made up a story. I've told this story. And the teacher, like years later, this was about maybe a while later, he was looking at my files. And he asked me, why did they give you a failure on this? I said, they even got notes attached that you made it up. He said, made it up? You know, you're the type they look for in Hollywood. That's what he told me. He was a B actor. He played in a movie, Coweta County, the original version. And his name was Wilkerson. Let's see if I can see that. Murder in. See if we can find him listed. Coweta County. See, he played in a lot of movies. They had two versions. They got a newer one of that one. And they got the original one. He was in the original. That's the one with Johnny Cash in it. That was him, and his name was Wilkerson. Let's see if I can find him listed. It's made in 1983. He said, I would give you an A. Was it an A minus or B minus? Anyway, he said, I think it was A minus. He said, because you did good on this, boy. He said, you completely made it up. I ain't seeing him listed on the, like I said, he was one of the B. You'd recognize him if you seen him, though, because I recognized him when I seen him in the movie. I need to go watch it again. And when I do, I'm going to screenshot him. I'm going to try to find this movie and watch it. And I'll take his picture. Because he was in a lot of other movies as well. This is the only one I remember. But I knew him when I seen him. But he told me, he said, he didn't like the fact that they had failed me, or they gave me as low as they could. He said she wasn't going to give me a elf on it. I think she gave me a D- or something like that. She was really hateful about it. Oh, she went after me like I committed a crime or something. And it was just because of my daddy. I didn't really have any tales with him. I mean, I don't think we'd went to the flea markets yet. I don't remember. I could have probably told that. But even that, he was in work mode. He was in work mode. And a lot of times he'd be over there riding and not even speaking. And me, I'd just be sitting over there in the seat. But when he'd get there, he said, "Don't bother anything. I got everything in order." He said, "You don't bother anything." So I didn't bother anything on his table. Of course, I knew why he was doing that. He's done it so freakers couldn't steal from him. You see, he had everything written down. He had everything where he knew where it was at, and he didn't want his boy bothering it. So it was kind of like it was just work, you know. Um, they were asking for things like fishing trips, stuff like that. So I made up a fishing trip. I've never been to a fishing trip. I still have never been fishing. Going on 50, never been fishing. Don't really. It's not really a desire of mine. I mean, the only way I would ever want to fish was to survive. Now, I'm not knocking you people that like it, and I know there's a lot of people who look at it as a hobby. It wouldn't be my thing. That don't mean if I ever went, that don't mean I wouldn't like it. And I might change my mind. You never know. You never know. I might change my mind if I actually did it, because there has been things that surprised me in my life, and I liked it. I didn't think I'd like it. I did. But I'm just telling you, I have never been fishing, but I created a fishing story. It was between me and my uncle, but my father. See, my uncle, he would do things with me. He did go fishing with me. He did a lot of things. He'd take me racing. Like he'd go, he'd tell me, he'd always say, "Don't you tell your mama, don't tell my mama, your grandma. She'll kill me." He'd go on those hills. He had this old muscle car, one of those 50s cars. It was a turquoisey car. I don't remember exactly. I'll have to ask my mama what model it was. And he would get me out in that thing. And there used to be this place where the hills were really dangerous. And he would go flying down those hills. He said, "Don't you tell your mama, and don't tell, more important, don't tell my mama. Your grandmama." Well, I didn't say nothing about it for years later. I finally told Mama long after Grandma was dead. She learned a lot of things. Like she just recently learned something. And she said, "Well, why didn't you say something?" I said, "It wouldn't have mattered." Oh, yeah, it was about the social worker. When she threatened me in the hallway, I said it'd been her word against mine. I knew what I was up for. Indeed, she's always learning something new of something that happened in my childhood because I'll spill it out. I'll spill it out. But you know, it don't matter. All of them's gone now. My uncle's gone. He died a couple years. Was it a year? I believe it was a year after Grandma, or two. It was either a year or two. I think it was exact year. I made up a story about him, but except for when he'd take me out doing things with me. Like I love Bill, my uncle. He let me do things even Mama wouldn't let me do. She would have never let me ride a tractor. I didn't tell her about that for years. I told her about that when I was in her teen years. He let me drive the big truck. We're talking about one of the big ones. He let me drive it, man, in the garden. Mama would have never. She would have been too protective. She would have never let her son do that. He said, "You want to drive the tractor, Philip? I'll show you how to do it." Sure. By the way, that's one of the stories that got me out of trouble with the social worker. The judge asked me. She said why I didn't ever do anything. I said, well, Mama never made me. I said she always done everything for me, and I just didn't think that. I thought that's the way it was. But I told her, but I said back when I was with my uncle, he used to get me to do things all the time. He'd get me to wash the dishes. I'd gladly wash them. I'd stand in there washing those dishes. I liked having something to do. Mama didn't ever make me do anything when I was a kid. When I was with him, he'd always ask me to do things, and he asked me, and as I said, she just didn't ever ask me, so I didn't ever even know to do anything because that was the way I was raised. But when I was with my uncle, I did think that got me out of trouble real quick because he was throwing off on that. That's one of the things he was throwing off. I never did anything and all this other stuff. And the judge interviewed me about that. And I told her, I said, I used to love spending the weekends with my grandma and uncle because my uncle let me mow the lawn. He let me ride the tractor. I told that to the judge. That's when I told Mama, by the way, was after I told the judge. I said, he let me drive the tractor. Drive the tractor? I said, yeah, he let me drive the big tractor. Big tractor. That's something Mama would have never let me done. She'd been afraid I got hurt. She would have protected her little boy.
Really need to purge some toxins.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'll be by at 4 tomorrow for the St. Petersburg surprise. Bye.
Let's do this one. What kind is it? It's a car. I want a car. I don't want a motorcycle. Yeah, I loved riding that big tractor, y'all. That's one of my favorite childhood things is riding that big tractor because Mama would have never let me done something like that. I was good to touch the go-kart. And she didn't really want us touching. She wanted us to be careful with that. Boy, I'd turn it over every once in a while. I turned it over several times. Daddy came running one time. He said, I thought you was going to kill yourself, son. He wasn't probably as protected as she was. But now he's probably close. He didn't ever ask me to do anything. That's what I told her. I said, well, Mama just always did everything, and I just didn't think nothing about it. I said, but when I was with my uncle, I said, he let me do a lot of stuff. He let me mow the lawn. He let me help him clean the house. I loved it, man. I'm not a lazy bum. That's one thing I'm not. I might be sick, but I'm not lazy. A lot of people are lazy bums. I'm not a lazy bum. I'm just disabled. Now, unfortunately, I'm not even able to do anything half the time. These sicknesses have, like even my workouts, I have to be careful with them. If I overdo it, I can set myself back for weeks. It's that muscular problem. It's a neurological, actually, but it mainly affects the muscles. And that doctor that talked to me all them years ago said she still shouldn't have discouraged me. Because I wouldn't have got as fat, probably. That matters too because you can kill yourself. You can die of heart attacks, strokes, diabetes, and I got the diabetes and the blood pressure. So you see, I really should have stuck with it even if it didn't matter to the sickness. It won't help the sickness any. Indeed, if you overdo it, you hurt yourself. So I've learned that. And I'm going to tell you, that's a hard feat for me because I love the gym. I love working out. I did a little workout last night. You know, when I posted, I said I wasn't going to be on. That's when I swear she's as white as this new figure I've got. Indeed, it about looks like her. This Harley Quinn, it looks like it's just Christine with color in her hair. It's kind of balled up at the back. She's got it knotted up or something. It's long in the front. She about reminds me of Christine. Let's do this one. And then I'm probably going to close for today. And I will see y'all later after we do this one. I don't know what it entangles, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on the lowest. I'm going to put it on the lowest lap. That looks pretty badass. But I'm good at driving the Banshee. We're going to drive this one. You loco. Let's do loco. It's going to be my last race. If you enjoyed these, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. By the way, if you don't see it on Twitch, the archive will be posted on YouTube. Just like the bottom says. That's where most of my Twitch streams go. Every now and then I upload them somewhere else, but a lot of times I don't. But they will be imported to YouTube. You know, Twitch, they only stay about a week. I think you get more days if you're a member. But the default counts comes with a week, I believe. I had it short, man. I may doing if I knew how short it was, I would have done it longer. So that's what I don't know. Sometimes I'll take these tracks and they'll be huge, huge tracks. And I wish I'd only took one. Loco! Wish I'd only took one lap. I like that one. Is that it again? We could do it again and do it longer if that's it. I don't know if it's the same one or not. I don't remember what it was called. Okay. Let's go ahead and leave the 3 laps. Hopefully it's closer the same. That way we won't get too long. Let's do the Got Grotty. Let's do it in light blue. Hopefully this track won't be too long. Because I went with a longer track this time. There, shoot some smoke. Shoot some smoke, man. But Grandma is really picky. Grandma did things that even my parents didn't do. She complained when I watched TV. My parents let me watch TV. She didn't think I needed to be watching TV, and you know what? She was right. Even more so today. Boy, I'd be more like my grandma if I had children. I'll tell you. Then they'd probably get rummaging through my stuff and find stuff like Marilyn Manson. I wouldn't let kids listen. I don't have no problem with other people making that decision, but I wouldn't let them. And if I did, we'd be sitting down having some discussions. Because all of his stuff ain't really bad. A lot of times he's just standing up against things. He has his own way of speaking out against things. We'd have some conversations. Like I told you, his albums are good at predicting the future. He's like an InfoWars broadcast. You know InfoWars? Well, he was like an InfoWars broadcast, his albums. He's got it embedded in his lyrics. So if my kids did listen to Marilyn Manson, they'd at least they wouldn't have the spin of the world on it, that's for sure. I would have to have an educational, but some of his lyrics aren't decent enough for children. And that goes with a lot of radio. I'm not singling out Marilyn, by the way. And none of this stuff is decent for kids. Like a lot of that old country today's trashy. It's just trash. But now the old days they sung about cheating. I used to listen to a pastor who used to go on about that. He said, "Oh, y'all think y'all picking on rock and roll." He said it wasn't just the rock and roll. They're implanting that stuff in the child's psyche, because if they can get you as a child, they got you forever. And I've noticed that rings true. Like, say I run into something now, I have a better rejection of it. But if you sold it to me when I was a kid, they got me. Almost everything I learned that was bad was when I was a child. After I grew up, you couldn't get me to do nothing. You can't set me to do nothing. But if you showed it to me and I thought it looked cool, or I got dark humor out of it, I accepted it. But just think, if I hadn't been watching TV, Grandma was right. Because if I hadn't have been watching it, I probably would have rejected it. Because I reject it when I see it in today's world. I mean, they're getting really, really bad with a lot of this stuff. I mean, they're just getting where it's gay, 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 and I'm sorry. I don't like singling out the gays. But now, I'm going to tell you, real life ain't like that. I rarely meet them. I've rarely ever met any of them. If I did, I met closet cases. I'm telling you, my life doesn't involve gays. I don't meet many of them. I think we got a tranny in the neighborhood. Mama tells me about it. But I don't meet many of them. I don't meet many of them, y'all. I'm sorry, gay's not normal. It's a niche. It's a niche. And yeah, there may be more of them today thanks to predictive programming. And I'm not singling you out. Like I told you, I'm a liberal when it comes to that stuff. We're going to go back in because I need to put her money and stuff back in the bank. So I'm going to get back in and I'm going to put my clothes on for the next day. I was planning to do it earlier and I forgot. Because I wanted her to race and stuff in different clothes. But we ended up doing the races anyway. I'm sorry, but I don't meet many of them. I don't, and even if I am meeting them, they're not these radicals like you're seeing that are pushing their lifestyle. Because I never know it. These radicals. It's this over radicalization that the Democrats has done to this nation. And I'm going to say the conservatives, they have niches too. As y'all know, I'm not left or right. And I reject all of it. Like they get hung up on banning stuff too. The conservatives have to ban stuff. They got certain stuff they try to ban. And I say just live and let live. Let people make their own decisions as long as it's adults. If it's children, leave the children alone. You ain't got no business telling grown people how to live on either side of the fence. It's not your business. Mind your own business. Mind your own business. That's my motto. In other words, I'm not going to be over here telling my neighbor how to live their life. Now, I'm going to tell you, I would notice. Like if I see two guys and two gals, and they could be roommates. But if I see two guys and two gals, I'm going to be watching for some signs. But now at the same time, I'm never going to say anything to them. But I'm nosy too. I'm nosy. But I try to mind my own business. I'm still nosy. In other words, I like knowing. But I'm not gonna intrude on that person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna intrude on them. It's their life. They're the ones who's gonna have to face God, not me. And I'm gonna have to face God. Nobody's gonna have to face God for what I did. That's gonna be between me and God. And there's been a lot of bad things I've done in my lifetime. Where the Bible's concerned. I got a foul mouth. All throughout the Bible it tells you bridle that tongue. But I notice a lot of it ain't even about what you think it's about. And it is to an extent because he didn't want you to misrepresent him. But now a lot of it's to protect you from prying eyes, monitoring spirits. Monitoring spirits that will, what we were talking about earlier, with the people that don't have your best intentions. Prying eyes are watching you. They see your every move. Don't say sorry seems so sad. I am the iron sky looking at you. I can read your mind. I can read your mind. I can read your mind. She ain't got many shorts. I want to buy her some shorts. Looking at you. I am the eye in the sky. Let's put the Orange Man bat on. Even though I'm not against Trump. I'm pro-Trump, y'all. Indeed, I am really. Nobody interviewed me. You know, they're going on about all these people against him. Nobody interviewed me. I'm happy with him. Now, in some areas I might not be. But the immigration, he's done more on that than anybody. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about. I used to blog on the subject. I got labeled xenophobe and everything. Long before I was ever doing podcasting or recording, I was blogging on it. So I know what I'm talking about. He's doing over the point when it comes to that. Indeed, Alice Jones was reporting yesterday that he did a whole bunch over the weekend. Operation Tidal Wave and several others. He was working hard on that. He's working hard on that subject. And people think it is a big deal. And we're not talking about immigrants. We're talking about illegal aliens. They're not immigrants. There's a difference. There's a huge difference. Even most sane immigrants don't support illegal immigration. Like I said, I used to support a group that was made up of Latinas and Latinos. Back in the day, back when I was writing them blog posts. 2003, 2004. When I was fighting with the guy at the paper about Michael Savage. He hated Michael Savage. He wanted to see Michael Savage off the air. The good news is, your Michael Savage is an old man and he may not be on the air. But he's at michaelsavage.com and he is on the air. He's got his show on Newsmax. I can't watch Newsmax until we don't have it. But he's on his Newsmax every Sunday. Some Michael Savage in his 80s, still around. That guy's no longer over the paper down here. Indeed, he went back. He went back to Texas or whatever. I don't remember what happened to him, but he left a long time ago. Boy, he'd write me nasty emails, calling me a racist, all this other stuff. I'll see y'all later. Have a good day. Extreme liberal. Of course, now I'm going to tell y'all something. He wasn't necessarily completely friendly to Democrats either. Boy, my cousin, he was a Democrat. He told me he had run-ins with him. He said he'd get smart with him. He wouldn't even print his letters at times. That's what he told me about that guy. He said, I don't like him either. He says, don't feel targeted. He says, I don't like him either. He says he won't even hardly print my letters. Even though it's bye-bye, I'm going to say be right back because I will be right back today sometime. I'll be back on today if I don't fall asleep and pass out and pass out. I'll be back on tonight sometime. I'm not sure where. I may not. Since it is Monday, I will send it to Twitch, even though I might send it to Rumble too. So we'll see y'all later. Have a good day. Hope you enjoyed this stream. I did stay on 2 hours of it.